Welcome, everyone. I am just going to be on here for maybe 2 hours. And I thought, let's just go live. Let's just go live. So, this is going to be to answer any questions. I didn't even share it. So, a lot of this may be new people. Um, so, what I do in my readings is I do a mix of donated and free readings. So donations do take priority, but I definitely try to catch everyone I can. Um, Hi. Oh, I can't even pronounce it. I can't pronounce your name. Of course, you can ask a question. Welcome. Okay, so hi. When will you and Kashia get back together? Hi, John. So I'm going to go ahead and begin, and I think I'm going to use a crystal vision. So this is for, and I apologize, I can't say your name, Anubhav. When will you get back together? When will you get back together? Hi, Real County Women of Hanover. All right. Slide that over a little bit. It's weird how these cards want to shuffle. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, I have a feeling that's the energy you might be in right now. Heartache, broken heart type energy. It just feels like the right card to come out. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, that's a good omen. Let's follow it a little bit, though. That's definitely a good omen. We have the Ace of Swords, looking better and better. We have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is mirroring this Three of Swords over here. I just want to let you know that Four of Cups really signifies like discontentment and boredom in one's life. I feel like really what it is, it's you missing the other person, and I do have a feeling this has an opportunity to come back around, and I'm saying that because. But first, I want to say I feel like there's a need for you to really cleanse your energy, cleanse your mind. Um, don't like if this comes back around, try not to be really focused on the past, and because I do feel like it's going to come back around. I do feel like you're probably going to hear some type of communication. And with the Two of Wands right next to that, it makes me feel like, will you walk this path with me? But the Four of Cups is saying you need to use your spiritual discernment over this. Like you did break my heart at one time. So, you want to make sure that their energy, well, look at that, the world, the next chapter. So I do feel like you're going to hear from each other. And then the King of Wands. Now, I don't know their sign, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like, and I want to take one right down the middle, the Nine of Swords. Okay. Nine of Swords is unnecessary worry, but it is worry. And, it's anxiety. I want to say be careful of that because that's energy other people can pick up. Um, I get it. I understand why it's here, but it's being mirrored by the world and it's under that Four of Cups. So I feel like, it's almost like I don't feel whole or complete without this other person. And maybe the other person feels the same way. I feel like the Nine of Swords has to go away. And then I feel like this has an opportunity to hopefully come back bigger and better than before. I love the world being here because it does signify the next chapter, but it also signifies the next chapter because you're ready for it. You're ready for it. I just feel like clearing of your energy, like try to let go of the things you can't not control about this. But it definitely looks like someone's going to reach out to you. Now, when I see the Ace of Swords, I don't always think it's them reaching out to me. Sometimes it could be me reaching out to them. But I have a feeling like you would rather it be the other way around. So I do feel like there's a good chance, but I also feel like because of the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, I've got to check my energy. I've got to, try to like get myself grounded, and you definitely got to let go of like how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I like the two being here because it makes me feel like sooner versus later. Um, so a great omen. I do feel that you will come back together. I do feel like right now you're in some pain, and I'm sorry about that. I really am. But the Nine of Swords is the one energy I worry about here because, let's say this does come back together. You don't want to bring, well, we want the past to be healed. Something broke us up, right? So we want to make sure that the energy is of a higher vibration than what it was. And if it is, then I feel like there's great potential here. So I do feel like they're going to reach out, probably through some type of communication. And I kind of feel like you're going to say yes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you won't even hesitate. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. Hi, Nazar. NAR. Are you in New Zealand? Why do I think that? All right, so I'm going to do Nazar, and then I'm going to come back, and I want to do Real Country Women of Hanover. Interesting. Will I hear from Dolly Parton about my book and music? I hope so. So let's do Nazar, and then I'm going to do Real County Women of Hanover. All right, Nazar. I feel like let's use the Cozy Witch Tarot. Any general messages for Nazar? Anything that will help them ease their mind, whatever needs to be said. Any signs that maybe Nazar's been missing, whatever wants to come through. All right, let's go ahead and begin. And by the way, guys, I'm just going to be on for a couple hours. I was going to do a video, and then I thought, you know what? I think I'm just going to go live. It's sleep day. Don't they call it leap day? Okay, well, it's like all your cards came out at once. We have the Seven of Cups. Makes me feel like you have a decision coming up, or you had a decision. You have the Six of Wands. I like it. I like it a lot. You're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. You're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. It is the energy of being victorious. We have the Three of Cups. Interesting. We have the Queen of Swords. We have Judgment. Well, there's your spiritual team. And they are calling you to the present moment. I have a feeling the Seven of Cups is a decision. Well, let's get your last card. The Broom. So, it kind of feels like there's something that wants to come in. Now, the good news is you get to decide. But you're deciding kind of in like chaotic type energy, like, do I, don't I? But then you have the Three of Cups here. So to me, it's a reason to celebrate. And I feel like, you know, with the broom, it's like out with the old, in with the new. Your spiritual team is saying that to you, out with the old, so that the new can come in. You know, whatever that may mean. Sometimes it's just our thought system, especially with the Seven of Cups here. It could just simply be, you know, like maybe I'm a little leery of this. But then the Queen of Swords on the other side, I feel like what it's really saying is what's ever coming to me or towards me needs to be of truth, needs to be of honesty, needs to have integrity. If it's a person, you know, whatever it may be, it is, first of all, you're celebrating over this, and your spiritual team is part of this. And I literally asked them, like, you know, well, I asked them a bunch of different questions. I don't always say it out loud. Um, and I feel like they're answering the question. So I feel like something's coming toward you. It feels like of an emotional nature. I feel like, you know, it is of truth and honesty, because I feel like your guides want you to be able to celebrate it. You know, it's the energy also being victorious over something. Again, it could be like being victorious just over your thoughts or taking a chance within something, but literally out with the old so that you can make room for the new, whatever it may be for you. Let's go ahead and take one right in the middle. We have the King of Swords. Interesting with the Queen and the King. It's like this king is typing a letter. Maybe this king is an author, like writing a book. But I feel like if this is, you know, what it is talking about is like-minded energy. And again, it doesn't matter your sign, it's just showing the like-minded energy. And I'm literally looking for, like, what is it that needs to be swept out the door? Now, it can be this king. I'm going to take one more. Look at that, two kings. King of Swords, King of Wands. Well, I feel like one's going out the door, another one's coming in the door. Now, it can just be energy, you know, it can be opportunity, it could be love. But whatever it is, it's like your spiritual team is saying, just be ready. It's something that, again, you will celebrate. Um, and the only thing I feel that will stop it would be you. You know what I mean? Would be you, and you know, it would it would be because of uncertainty. You know, like, I don't know. And your spiritual team is like, just trust us. Just trust us. Everything that follows is really beautiful type energy. But the broom, you know, out with the old. And, you know, when we use that broom, so to speak, and we clean up our house, we tidy up our house, you know, we sweep out the dirt. We are signifying to the universe, okay, I'm ready. I'm making room for whatever wants to come in next. And I feel like that's what your spiritual team is saying. Just clear out the old energy and be, you know, I feel like you're going to be a little surprised, but it all feels really good. I just want to look at right between these two kings, Knight of Pentacles, guardian angel energy, slow moving energy, but it moves, it comes in at the right time, not before, not after. So sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is waiting on us, and sometimes we're waiting on the Knight of Pentacles. You know, I do feel the Knight of Pentacles is guardian angel energy, and I love that it's sitting so close to Judgment for you, which is your spiritual team. So I feel like this feels like a blessing, but it may feel like completely unexpected at the same time. Um, but to ease your mind in a way, because I feel like it may be your mind that could sway this, you know, I feel like just trust. Trust what the universe wants to supply to you, for you. And if it is a person, maybe one, or maybe you've already used that broom and now someone else is entering. I feel like whatever the night brings in, it will truly expand your world. And again, whether it be love, opportunity, you get to decide. So, I feel like I want to say, like, be ready. Be ready for the unexpected. And how can I do that? By using the broom. It's like cleaning out one's closet. Like if I kept every piece of clothing I ever had, I could never buy new clothing, right? So, it's like you are signaling to the universe that you're ready. And I feel like that's the night is kind of waiting on you in a way. Um, but get ready for the unexpected. And then I feel like celebrate it. Okay. I hope that helps. Real Connie, I am going to use the Tarot of Dreams for you. Let me just go back and look. Hi, everyone. All right, so you hear from Dolly Parton about my book and music. About your book and music. What's popping in my mind is that you may not hear directly from Dolly. Like, I don't know why, but it's popping in my mind. Like, you may hear from Dolly's team, so to speak, a team member, maybe someone who's responsible for, all that you're doing and just making those decisions. I feel like Dolly would have the final decision. But I do feel the same breath that it may not be her that actually does the reaching out. You have faith that opens up your reading. So that's about hope, right? Keeping hope alive. Look at this, the 10 of Cups. Wow. From a 5 to a 10, by the way. To me, the 10 of Cups means you're happy. Like you're happy. Queen of Swords. Right away I feel like, yes, you are going to hear. Whoa. You are going to hear back. And not only do I feel like you're going to hear back, but I feel like it's good news, because otherwise I don't feel like the 10 of Cups would be here. The 10 of Cups, you're truly loving your life again. And I'm saying again, not that you don't love your life, but I feel like you're just super happy in this energy, like super happy. All right, let's keep going. 3 of Wands. Keep that optimism alive. Keep that hope alive. A 3 of Wands means like, I know my ships will come in their due time. King of Swords, maybe, that may be the person who actually reaches out. The Knight of Wands. And then the 6 of Cups. Okay. Now, who knows? Maybe Dolly is an air sign. But I feel like your guides were telling me, don't be disappointed if it's not Dolly herself who reaches out. But the good news is, I do feel like it's almost like they're picking up your book and your music type of energy, because I feel like your energy changes, like in this energy of wondering and waiting. And now I'm in the energy of celebrating and joy and happiness. I also feel like it may be sooner than later. And I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if it's your book or your music, but I feel like there's something like melancholy in it. Like almost like when I listen to it, it takes me to a certain place. Let's take one more Death card. Okay, closing of one door, a new door opens. So I'm going to go with my original thought and say that I do feel like you're going to hear from Dolly's team, someone from Dolly's team. I do feel like what you've provided, it for some reason it makes me feel good. It makes me feel calm. I don't know. But I do feel like it's opening up a new chapter for you. So that all looks really good. And I pray it be so. I pray it be so for you. But ultimately, you're sitting in the Ten of Cups. You know what I mean? And it's the destination you're yet to reach. Doesn't mean you don't have the Ten of Cups, but it just means it's bringing more joy, happiness, things to celebrate within the home. So I almost want to say congratulations, but all right. So just so you guys know, I when I do lives, I do the donations first. I just feel like it's only fair. But then I do try to do a mix. Hi, Colleen. You're very welcome, Real County Women of Hanover. So I'm going to do Cindy. Just let me read back. Is there any other way to send funds? You can use a super chat or you can use my PayPal. I have a PayPal link somewhere. I don't have it in the chat section, but it might below it. So you can, and I'm talking to HP. Hi, Black Sky. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Anella. Hi, Allie. Hi, Joyful Dolphin. Hi, Zanup. I'm sorry, guys. Bella, hello. Anastasia, hello. HP, I think I just said hello. Okay, I'm going to do Cindy. Hi, Natalie. Or Natalia. Is it Natalia or Natalie? But let's do Cindy. Good morning. I'm Cindy. I would like to know, how does Christopher think and probably feel towards you? All right. So how does Christopher think and feel? I feel like that's what you meant to write in that word. I'm going to use a psychic tarot. And this is for Cindy. Cindy and Christopher. Cindy and Christopher. Is Christopher thinking about Cindy? What's his real feelings? Tell us what you can. Tell us whatever we can know. All right. Happy Leap Day, everyone. I think that's what we call it. All right, Cindy, yeah, that's what I figured you meant. Think and feel about you. All right. Wow, they all came out together. It's like, look at all these, but we're going to take them. We have the Magician. We have the Nine of Swords. I feel like that's you. That's your worry over it. We have movement, choices, and decisions. The Ace of Swords, triumphant success here. I love how the Ace of Swords is mirrored by the Magician. We have the Hierophant, wisdom, under the Magician. We have the Four of Swords, rest and rejuvenation. Under that Nine of Swords, I feel like, first of all, Cindy, that's important. Because, you know, the Nine of Swords says suffering in silence. But it's really an energy of unnecessary worry. Or let me put it another way. I've got to learn how not to worry about the things that I can't control anyway. And it doesn't mean that you don't still keep your intentions towards what it is you want, but the worry part of it, like, you know, think about that because, and I say that because in the Nine of Swords, it is a lot of worry. And it, like, if we don't deal with it, it's going to show itself in different ways through the body: anxiety, sleepless nights, you know, I don't know. I just wish, I wish it didn't happen. But, I have a feeling you and Chris were together. Is it Chris? I think. But I feel like you were together. Now, Four of Swords means there is healing available. Okay, well, hello, spiritual union. Two twos, three swords. And look at this, the Ace of Pentacles, Cindy. Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. So clearly you're soulmates. Now, let me specify, or let me, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me just say that just because we're soulmates doesn't guarantee us, doesn't guarantee us anything. We're still humans and we have to figure out this human life type of thing. But you do know each other's souls. And I feel like that saying, like, we always hurt the ones we love. That's what I'm feeling here. But here's the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there's going to be a conversation. I definitely feel like his feelings match your feelings. I definitely feel that healing that Nine of Swords is going to be one of the most important, maybe one of the most important, advice I could give you. So I feel like there is going to be a conversation. I feel like you are going to be talking about, how things got the way they are. Everything here is showing me that that he does care. I feel like when it's a soulmate and we met, then you always live within my heart. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many people are coming after you. You're still in my heart. And that's just that. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, though, means something's coming into your physical world. So I feel like this is how potentially it's going to happen. First, I feel like deal with that Nine of Swords. Let go of the things that you cannot control. And try to be optimistic. I know it's not easy because we do have the Three of Swords, but I do feel like there's a need, like, keep your hope alive and look at it in that way. And by the way, let's say none of this happens, then it's still signifying for you that, love exists on your path. And if it's not this soulmate, then it will be the next soulmate. But that aside, and I'm only saying that because let's say we have this conversation and it doesn't lead to where, it doesn't lead to physical, um, coming back together type energy. Well, I feel like that's another reason why the Nine of Swords could kind of hamper this a little bit. Because if let's say the phone rings and it's him and he wants to have a conversation with me, and the first thing that comes up is all the swords of the nine, that can be overwhelming. So it can be picked up as overwhelming energy also. Now, I'm not telling you not to be who you are. Be who you are and speak your truth. But what I'm saying is if I bring a lot of anxiety into this, then, another way of putting it is like if someone gets aggressive with me or, gets in my face, what's the automatic response, right? Automatically, like, we get that way. It's just the humanness of us. Now, it doesn't always happen, but I do feel like, this is the healing of your heart. And whoever this soulmate is, it's coming into your physical world. And I do feel like it's going to come through a conversation, some type of communication. And I do feel like with the Magician as the first card that you are on his mind. But maybe this Nine of Swords, could be a little difficult. And I'm just being real, like on the other end of that. Even if you have every reason, and I'm sure you do. And the only reason I'm really bringing it up, because I'd rather see you guys have like a real conversation that really can get to the root, so that if you come back together, or if you come together, that this can be a real blessing in both of your lives. But is he thinking about you? The answer is yes. How does he feel about you? I feel like he loves you. I feel like, like, I don't know if he would give you the title of soulmate, because maybe I don't even know what that means. But it's like you live in my heart. And it's like, don't we always break the heart of those that we love? But for those who think that love can't be healed, would be wrong. Now, do we want that love to be healed? That's the thing. That's the question. Do we want, is this what I want? Is this what's best for me? Because, and the only reason I'm saying that is because this soulmate energy, I don't feel like it's just a one-time thing. Now, again, I feel like I'm getting off topic here, but I guess I feel like your guides want you to know that. And I hope that's going to help bring down that worry a little bit. Okay, we'll leave that there. But hello, soulmates. And 2 twos connected. It's almost like you and him. I hope that helped. Christopher, when I call him Chris. Zenub. I'm probably saying that wrong again. I apologize. Zeynep. Zeinab. No contact. Will it be chance to be in a serious relationship with Diego? Okay, so right now there's no contact, but will chance come up to have a serious relationship with Diego? All right. I feel like I want to stay with the the psychic tarot, but let me give some good shuffles first. So no contact right now with Diego. Is anything going to change about that? And if so, is there an opportunity for this to move into I feel like a lifelong, I'll use your words, a serious relationship, but I feel like ultimately what I want to know is it lifelong? All right. We have financial and material changes, a number 5. We have partnerships and alliances. 8 of Swords, self-created prison. And I just have to say that I see this 8, then I see the 5 and a 3, which is also an 8. And 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 5 talks about a change. 8 talk about a new beginning. But because the 8 is in the 8 of Swords, it's almost like you're not allowing yourself to have a new beginning. It's almost like you're putting Or let me just say it this way, like, be careful, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. It's like Diego or nothing. Because I feel like, sometimes we just don't know who's going to come in. Like, how many times have we planned love? Never. I don't know. I don't know that it can be planned. And again, I'm only saying that because of the self-created prison. But there is a change. There is a change. Well, look at that. The Fool. And then the light. The sun. It does feel like a new beginning. But listen, here's the Fool, right? And the Fool's message is, are you willing to take a chance? But in the Eight of Swords, even though I feel like it's what you want, oh, my screen just went so dark. Even though I feel like it's what you want, in a way, I'm blocking it. Like, what I want, I'm actually blocking. Now, I don't feel like you mean to block that. But I do feel like you need to be aware of it. And the only one who can uncreate the prison is you, the person who's created it. Nobody else can do it for us. The sun has come out for you, first and foremost. It's a card of Leo, by the way. Or it's Leo's ruler. Chariot. Look at that. Look at this. The Four of Swords. How interesting, because Cindy just got very close to the same message. And by the way, I should say that a lot of times your answers may be in other people's questions or in what their answers are. You'll see the similarities and it'll just feel right. Claim it. You know what I mean? But look at this. So you have the Four of Swords under the Eight of Swords. So the self-created prison, the ability to heal that, and it does need healed, right? I do, the Eight of Swords just means that I'm not allowing myself to be free. And free is what you need to be. Oh, look how I reversed them. All right, let's take one more. Again, Two Swords. Okay. Well, I guess the good news, it's gone from the Eight of Swords down to the Two of Swords. So that's good news. But in a way, it is still blocking an opportunity. And what I mean by that is when we're in like a self-created prison, if we think of the law of attraction, it's almost like I'm so afraid of getting my heart hurt that I'm never going to put my heart back out there again. Well, then that's what you'll manifest, nothing. You know what I mean? And if that's what I want to manifest, then that's fine. But if I want a better life, then I've got to think about my own energy because of the law of attraction, where my thoughts are at, where my intentions are at. That's what the universe must meet. It's just the law of attraction. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to understand that. So I feel like you do understand that. And I feel like this is also saying you do have to free your own thoughts, free yourself. And then it does feel like an opportunity for a new beginning, because we're only asking about you and Diego. The sun, the first thing the sun's going to do is illuminate anything that you need to know, which would be the Eight of Swords. But again, brought down to the Two of Swords. So healing, right? And to me, it makes sense because I feel like, yes, you can heal the Eight of Swords. You can free yourself from that, right? And when the opportunity presents itself, then I feel like you're going to, I do feel like there's a chance the two of you will come back, will be together. But I feel like healing of the mind is really important here. You know, the cherry sits right next to that. So that's really unlimited potential. And that's one of the questions I was asking. Like, not just about, like, will you come together, but will this be hopefully a lifelong thing? Well, then you have partnerships and alliances above that. And, you know, I just kind of love this image because it's two people, you know, they're not holding hands. It's like it's deeper than that. It just feels deeper than that. So the potential can be very, very good. But first, the swords got to go. Let's see what this change over here, spiritual strength. It's almost like it's saying, trust in your spirit guides, that they're going to guide you. You don't need to create any of these prisons. They'll guide you. They'll help you. They've been with you. They're not going anywhere. And they do want what you want, but they also want what's best for you. Let's take one more. Spiritual and material prosperity. 6. Well, that is victory. So, you know, we have to look at this through like real life, right? Because if the Eight of Swords doesn't come down, the walls of the Eight of Swords, then I'm afraid that, like, taking a chance, it's like worry about it. But the Fool lets go, lets go of the past. It's like that broom again, you know? And it just means to me, like, figuring out the root of a problem, like, you know, why are we in no contact? Um, and then moving from there. I don't feel like this is fast moving. I'm just going to tell you that. I don't feel like it's fast moving, but I do feel like the chances are good that you will reconnect. Now, will it last for the rest of your life? Well, I feel like if you're able to let go of the fear, extreme fear, you know, a little bit of fear is natural. And it's really, you know, it's the fight or flight energy. So we need that. But sometimes, you know, it pops up its ugly head at just the wrong time. But you can work through that. So this is what I feel. I feel like there's an opportunity that the two of you will come back together. I feel like the chariot's saying that there really is unlimited potential here if two people understand. You know, we have to understand, like, what put me in this Eight of Swords. And I feel like once I understand that, the healing process begins. And the healing process begins, and I feel like it's just your intentions, like the universe is picking up on that, and then it just feels like the right time. So I feel like in the right time. But I love that the sun is here to help illuminate not just, you know, the negative energy or the harder energy, but also the beautiful energy and the potential of what can be. So I love these two energies together. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I feel like there's a lot of free will there, and no one can really override one's free will. But I feel like it's, you know, I do feel like it's you in that Eight of Swords. All right, I hope that helps. All right. So anybody who's new, just want to let you know, I do the donations first. I feel like it's only fair. But then I do try to go back and get some free ones too. MR. Hi, MR. Veronica. evolution of my relationship with Alvin. Al, Alvin. Okay. Evolution of your relationship with. I'm going to bring out the Universal Tarot. And let's give them a cut. I want to remind everyone I have chat replay on. All right, look at this. They want to come out together. 2 swords. 9 of Pentacles. Hello, lovers. 4 swords. Ace of Swords. I feel like an open line of communication is definitely needed. And I feel like, look at this, 2 aces back to back. Ace of Wands next to the Ace of Swords. It's almost like, maybe open communication, understanding whatever is this 2 of Swords. But this 2 of Swords is being healed, but you have to allow it, right? And I feel like it's for both the lovers, both of you. And, what's interesting is I feel like your person, how do I say this? Maybe isn't the greatest communicator as it relates to like emotions. Like more in a, like I show you than I speak it type of thing. And maybe, I'd rather you speak it type of thing. But let's keep going. So I love these aces, and I love the 4 of Swords right next to the lovers. So first and foremost, I feel like, understand that any issues that come before you guys, because life is life, right? We're going to have these ups and downs. I feel like the 2 of you can work them out. And I do feel like it has to come through communication, like an open line of communication. But I do feel like the 2 of you, if both are willing, because both have to be willing, I feel like any issues can be worked out through communication. I feel like there is desire. I do feel like there's passion. 5 of Cups. Almost makes me wonder if you're together. We have the High Priestess, which is your intuition. And then, hello, we have the Fool. Fool looking back at the whole reading. Everything is quite beautiful here, except for the 2 swords. 2 swords, sometimes it's a blindfold. Something I don't want to face, but it won't serve me not to face it. And because I feel like the longer I don't face something, the bigger the problem seems, even though it may be something small, but it feels like it gets bigger and bigger because I wear that blindfold. I feel like taking the blindfold off and, the truth is the truth, and being willing to accept whatever truth. And here's why, because I feel like, let's just say that, it's interesting because I was picking up that your person probably is not the best communicator as relating to emotions. But in the opposite end of that, I feel like, but they're very good at, what do I want to say? Like supplying someone a good life. That didn't sound very romantic. And with the lovers here, this is more romantic than that. But I feel like there is a need for you to really trust your intuition, um, more than anything. Like, I feel like that's what that Two of Swords is. You're not trusting your intuition about something. And also the Five of Cups being right before that. The Five of Cups speaks about where my focus is at. And in the Five of Cups, my focus is on what I've lost. But when I understand that that's not going to serve me, that I need to be the Fool, well, what is found in this Five of Cups? The Two Cups, soulmate energy. Well, you have the Lovers right above you, right above that. And then you have the Fool. So it feels like, I feel like as long as the energy stays clear, and as long as no one wears blindfolds and the communication stays open, um, I feel like the passion I feel like there's a lot of passion. Um, but they may be very different than you. And that's not a bad thing. It just may mean that I express myself differently. So I feel like this is a romance that, it just feels romantic. But without, it does have some issues. So I feel like that's what it's saying is like we've got to work through any issues right away, and that is how we can better guarantee ourselves that, you know, potentially this will last for the rest of our lives. And I feel like both the lovers are being healed. So there's something did happen. Clearly something happened. But I feel like whatever happened, it's not something I want to hang on to. Yes, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to hang on to it because the Fool wants you to be like in the present moment, like your thoughts, and like you're free and clear. It's kind of like your childlike energy also. I feel like that serves you. But anyways, the Fool to me just means that I feel like whatever issues that may arise, and that is life, that the two of you can work them out. I do feel like, it's hard for me to say you're meant to be together because I don't want people to get stuck and be like, okay, but what if they give me a hard time and then they're not with me? Then I got to keep waiting. No, never. I don't feel like we should ever wait. I feel like if someone wants to be with us, you know, then be with us. If you don't want to be with us, then move on, type of energy. But I don't know why I'm bringing it up in your reading. So, anyways, trust your intuition. And I feel like take those moments to talk, heal, and then let go. Like, don't allow yesterday's problems to be today's problems. And the only way I can do that is to talk about them, get to the root of any problems and nip it in the bud. And I feel like, and then it's free and clear again. Okay. I hope that helped. So the evolution of it, I feel like, has the potential being very good, but just a few little issues. But 'tis life. All right. All right. bright black sky. Cindy, yes, because no contact. Berber. Kim, I hope you got my message today. I went back and I listened to, not yesterday's reading live, but the day before. And then I listened to the one before that and I could not find it. Let me ask you this, and of course you can ask your question again. But if you sent a donation, do you know what day that you sent the donation? Because that'll help me figure out exactly what live reading that your reading is in. Okay. But in the meantime, Berber, general read, please. You got it, my dear. Berber. I think I'm going to use the light seers for you, Berber. I can't remember what I used yesterday. Okay, let's give those another shuffle. That didn't shuffle real good. I was going to invite my daughter into the live, but I mean, I didn't even share it. I was going to do a reading and I was like, no, I think I'm just going to go live. Sleep day. And, it's special. Let's go live. And here we are. And I feel bad because I didn't share it with subscribers or on Facebook. But all right, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Emperor, Berber, the Emperor. We have the Knight of Cups. Interesting that the Emperor is looking right back at the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is an unexpected couple fulfillment. So I'm curious what's going to follow it. Can be romance, of course. He does have a dozen roses in his hand. But it doesn't have to be. We have the King of Cups. Interesting. So the King of Cups mirroring the Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups coming in, bringing a couple fulfillment. It's coming through the King of Cups energy. By the way, I'm not ignoring the comment section. It's just when I'm doing someone's reading, I like to just concentrate on that reading. What these cards really want mixed up. Well, let's take what's face up first with the Ace of Wands under. You know what I feel like? I feel like you have good karma coming back to you, Berber. I feel like energy that you've put out, it's now coming back to you, but I mean it in a good way. Like when we think of karma, like, if we put bad karma out there, well, it's going to come back to us, and if not in this lifetime, then the next. But the same thing with good karma. And good karma can just simply be like, you care about your fellow man. You help when you can help. Like, I don't feel there's anything about you where, like, I feel like if I can help, then I want to help. And I feel like now you're being rewarded for that. And I never think the word reward is the right word. Because I feel like when I say reward, I feel like you deserve it. All right. With the Ten of Swords, that may be why. Another king. You got a lot of people here. And then, hello, Ten of Cups. What up, Ten of Cups? Ten of Cups is mirroring the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about passion, desire. Interesting that the Emperor brings out the Ten of Swords. So, I didn't speak much about the Emperor because I wanted to wait. Now, the Emperor is a father figure, but the Emperor is also normally someone we can look up to. But the Emperor can be someone who, like, you know, like it's my how do I say this? Like my way or the highway type of thing, because I know best. So I don't know. I feel like you dealt with someone who, and it could be a boss. It's interesting how we go from the Ten of Swords over to the Ten of Cups. And the Ace of Wands it's almost like the Ace of Wands is going to make sure that you reach that Ten of Cups. But I feel like that Ten of Swords, it probably talks about a period of time where things did not feel so good. You know what I mean? I feel like now you're moving into a period of time where you're receiving good karma back. And I feel like there's been, a period of time where I feel like it must have been pretty difficult. But I feel like that's ending if it hasn't already ended. And then I feel like this Knight of Cups, bringing you in a cup of fulfillment. And then lo and behold, we have the Ten of Cups. So if it's talking about romance, well, then Ten of Cups, that's a house of love. That's a house of harmony. But let's not forget passion with the Ace of Wands. And if it's not about love, if it's about like an opportunity, then it feels like an opportunity of the highest. I want to look at just a couple people. All right, so something told me about the Emperor. Now, it can be an Aries, of course, but I feel like this is just, the Emperor brings out the Seven of Swords, and he's got the Ten of Swords below. So I feel like, and the Emperor can be male or female, doesn't matter, because remember, we all carry masculine and feminine energy, and but I feel like this is someone that you could not trust. And I feel like they showed you that you could not trust them, because I feel like you took sword after sword after sword after sword in your back until you realized that if I don't make a change, these swords are going to keep coming. All right, I want to look at the King of Cups. Well, we have the Hierophant. Look at that. And then I want to look at the King of Swords. We have Temperance, divine timing. Berber, first of all, congratulations for the good karma that's coming your way. You deserve it. You 100% deserve it, and I hope you know that. Temperance talks about divine timing. So this Knight of Cups is coming in divine timing. So maybe the Ten of Swords hasn't quite ended yet. I hope it has. And again, it's just somebody's energy who you couldn't trust anyways, and it just literally feels like a repeat pattern. So Temperance comes out, talks about divine timing, all in divine timing. Now, Temperance is the way, I don't know, just the way I laid it. And I don't lay a card, I don't think about it when I'm laying them down. But then now I see that I laid it over the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups, in between these two kings. So, everything in its divine time. And I love the Hierophant here too, because I feel like whatever's coming towards you is of the light. Like I feel like you've been playing in the dark, but now you're going into the light. And I also feel like you don't even have to really worry. You just need to be open to it. Just be open. And I feel like what wants to find you will find you. And I feel like it'll just be the right time. It'll be the right time. And I feel like, I kind of feel like whatever the 10 swords was, I do kind of feel like it's like, I feel like you put it behind you. But if you haven't, then you do want to look at that, because I do feel like it's a repeat pattern of someone who may carry untrustworthy energy. Can be love, but it can also be just, can be a father, could be just, a boss type energy. But I feel like your guides are like, no, I don't want you living in that energy. So they're helping to make the changes. They're helping you, whether you know it or not. I feel like to make changes to bring you, again, I'm going to say the word reward, but it feels so much bigger than that. And if this is speaking about love, holy cow. And maybe I thought I loved someone else. Maybe I did love someone else, but it didn't work out. They weren't trustworthy. Well, then I don't want to carry their energy anymore. I want to let that go. And I do feel like, there was a repeat pattern. And I feel like you would know what that is, but this is not about what was, this is about what wants to be next. So I feel like just be open to what the universe wants to supply. And the Knight of Cups signifies that it's unexpected. So we can't really even put a time period on it. All I can say is the more your energy is optimistic, I feel like the sooner things start to move. And again, I feel like whatever is coming towards you, it's of the light. It's truly of the light. Really, it's of the light. And by the way, I didn't give any people with Aries. King Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Hierophant is Taurus. Temperance is Sagittarius. King Swords, Aries, Leo. No, what am I saying? King Swords is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But put all that aside, male or female, doesn't matter. But divine is here, and this is all about divine timing. It's like your spirit guides are saying, we're controlling this unexpected couple fulfillment. We're going to bring it in just the right time. And that you can trust in. And you earned it. Like I feel like your guides are so proud of you. And I hope you're proud of yourself. Even if you haven't cleared, whatever this Ten of Swords is yet, I feel like you will. Okay. I'm going to let that be. Anyone who's never been in my lives before, I am not I'm not a fast reader. So you do need to have patience. Okay. Smoke, it's in your eyes. All right. Chestnut, I got your donation. Thank you, Helen and Vicky. I'll leave that. But I'm going to do Olivia real quick. Not real quick. Nothing's ever really quick. So Olivia, 2 weeks ago, you were fired from your job. I asked them for a second chance 4 days ago. Do you think they'll give me another chance or find another job? Okay. Let's find out. I want to use the Tarot Dreams for that. Let's give them a couple good shuffles, though. So will Olivia get a second chance at her job? Or if not, what's in store for her? Will she be finding a new job? Second chance? And if not, what can you tell us? King of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I often feel like the King or Queen of Pentacles is like a manager, a business owner. This may be like signifying your boss, the one who makes the ultimate decision. We have the Five of Swords. Ten of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. We have Justice. And we have the Two of Wands. It's interesting, Olivia, because I feel like first and foremost, we have to look at the Five of Swords. It talks about toxic energy. And then it moves into the Ten of Swords. So it doesn't stop. It continues. I feel like there's something going on in your life that is difficult. And I feel like it affects you, maybe in ways that I feel like you do realize, maybe you're going through something difficult. Let's slide this over. Whoa. Okay, everything went flying. Let me grab them. Okay, interesting that I knocked. How did that happen? Two of the Psychic Tarot ended up. How did that happen? We're going to take them and see why they showed up and how they showed up. I don't know. Maybe they got knocked off. I didn't see it. All right. Palace of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Six of Swords. The Lovers. Head over heart decision. Queen of Cups. And I am going to look at these two cards. We have the Eight of Wands. And then we have, the Eight of Pentacles. And then Rejoice in Celebration. I'm going to be honest, Olivia. This is what I'm feeling. I don't know that you're going to get a second chance. And here's why. I feel like whatever happened, I feel like someone fears it'll happen again. Almost like if I was your boss, I would say, and please, I don't take this personally. I'm just telling you like what I'm feeling at this moment. But I feel like, is she making a true commitment to this position type of thing? I don't feel like they're going to give you a second chance. But here's what I want to say with that. I do feel like that you will get a new job. Now, they may give you a second chance, but I feel like it'd be difficult. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it'd be difficult. I feel like, I would say to my boss, like, I'm willing to put whatever you think I've done wrong behind me. But in the same breath, I feel like there's this, I don't know, maybe it's just time. Like maybe you were meant to move on to the next. And I'm saying that because the Eight of Pentacles is here and then rejoicing in celebration. So I feel like, let's just say you don't get a second chance. Then I feel like you will find another job. And I feel like you'll find something that, that you really enjoy. I mean, we cannot ignore this Palace of Pentacles. I do feel like you need to trust within your own abilities also. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're dealing with something difficult. And maybe that's affecting like your work. But I do feel like there's something difficult, maybe at home. And it's interesting because I feel like if I'm given a second chance, I get this feeling like eyes on me. I feel stressed out because of it. So this is what I'm gonna say. I feel like there's a chance that you will get a second chance. But I feel like that second chance would be difficult anyway. I also feel like if you are being proactive, because I do feel like you need to be proactive and, you're like to say applying for other jobs. Um, because I feel like if I don't get a second chance, I don't want you to worry too much because I feel like there will be something else that will open up for you and it just may be better. It just might be better. It might be better working conditions. And I'm not saying you have horrible working conditions, but there's something. There's something major going on that feels difficult. And it may be like, like my home life, but my home life is affecting, and let's be real, like our home life affects a lot. But I do see the potential. I also feel like, you need to face the world, face whatever issues you need to face, because I feel like you can clear up whatever needs to be cleared up, especially with the Six of Swords being here. And then, I feel like you're covered either way. So if you don't get a second chance, be proactive because I feel like the right position will open up for you. And I feel that you're happy there, like happier. So sometimes we're moved, sometimes these towers, like, can I get one more chance? And then towers like, no. And we think, oh my God. But then we land and in a place where we look back and we're like, thank God that change happened, even though I didn't ask for it, so to speak. Let's just take one more to finish out this block, the Eight of Cups. First of all, I feel like I like seeing the Eight of Cups because it's coming under the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is, again, that self-created prison. Um, And the Eight of Cups is the clearing of the emotional house. So that tells me that part of this self-created prison is emotional. Um, and again, I just feel like there's something else going on that affects you, and maybe others don't know that. But I feel like bottom line is if you don't get a second chance and you're being proactive, I feel like you're going to land in the right place. And I feel like you will be happy. You will be happy, but I feel like you do need to uncreate that prison. We're seeing that a lot today. It's also showing toxic energy and it's showing a repeat of that, not a one time thing. Like if I don't clear it, just keeps coming back. In a way, I feel like it feels like more like a home life, but then it's affecting my work life. Um, so they do cut ties with you. I feel like just try to stay as optimistic as you can and be proactive in interesting. When I start rubbing my legs, I'm connecting to spirit. So I feel like it's like don't worry, be proactive, and the next thing will come your way. And by the way, I feel like also this is saying, let's say you do start a new job. You don't need to know everything. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you fake it till you make it. I know I've done that in my life. But then ultimately you learn what I need to learn. Okay. I'm going to let that be. I don't know how these cards came out, but they did. All right. Dun 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 dun. Chestnut, I don't know if you wrote your question yet, but I just see that you donate, but I don't know how to show it. I saw it under PayPal, so you don't have to worry about it. Just go ahead and type a question. I'm going to go to HP though while I wait for that. So I was before MR. Can you please fit me in? Yep. Looking for spirit message. Okay. HP. HP. And you want messages from your guides. Let's use the Luminous Tarot. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Independent success. Receiving the fruits of your labor. Five of Pentacles. So it did show in reverse. So we're going to keep that in mind. Eight of Wands. Whoa. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Interesting. I feel like if you're working on anything right now, I feel like whatever work you're doing within your pentacles, I feel like success. I definitely feel success. And then, the Queen of Pentacles, doesn't matter your sign, but let's talk about what her specialty is. Her specialty is really reading between the lines. Like if you give the Queen of Pentacles a contract, and let's say 10 people read it before her, and miss clause 1 and 2 and 3, she's going to pick it up. She's going to see it. Like she's the one I'd want to read. I'd want her to read my contract before I sign it, because she's got that ability. So to me, it feels like you have that ability. I love the Nine of Pentacles. Also, if you are doing your own thing, like you have your own business type of thing, because that does signify success. No matter how we look at it, it is success. All right. We have the Eight of Cups coming under that Five of Pentacles. We have Hello World, the next chapter, and then a reason to celebrate. Okay. So I feel like first and foremost, you've gone through something. You've gone through something difficult. Probably something outside your control. It probably changed something within your life, maybe a lot of things within your life. I do feel like it's already happened. And I feel like you've been finding emotional clarity about that. You've been trying to find that emotional clarity. I feel like, it's like when I find it, then everything starts moving again. Like energy starts moving. I do feel like think about what you're thinking about. And what I mean by that is like, think about like the law of attraction, because in the Eight of Wands, like, I feel like what I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about. And right under it is the world, the opportunity for a new chapter open up in your life. That would be very welcomed. And I'm saying that I'm saying that because it would be very welcomed. And then we have the Three of Cups following that. So, joyful, rejoice in celebration. Three of Cups is being mirrored by this Knight of Swords. So it's almost like some type of communication comes in, and immediately I feel like it puts a smile on your face. All right, I just want to go. Okay, another Queen with the 5 and the Sun. Okay, so I feel like you, much like a lot of us, have been dealing with difficult energy. I feel like the time is now a changing. Not only is it changing, but I love that you have the sun and the world. So that means, first of all, illumination. If I'm looking for guidance on, my next steps, then there's the illumination you need. I do feel like, you dealt with someone or just energy that was toxic. I feel like something happened outside of your control. I feel like it did mess with you for a little while, but or if you're still in it, like know that you can now move out of it. Because the Queen of Wands, that's exactly what she would do. It's like we all get stuck in like, things happening that feel like they're against us. But the Queen of Wands is someone to be like, okay, well, that didn't work. So on to the next type of energy. She follows her desires and passions, is what she does. And I feel like that's a sign for you to do that. She is being mirrored by the sun. And again, it doesn't matter what your sign is because I'm reading the energy of any people that come on the table. It's interesting because who's ever in the 5 of Swords, the Queen is looking right at them. So it's like if there's anybody with toxic energy around you, or let's say anybody who's coming toward you, there's no way they're going to get by you. Like, I just feel like there's no way. Or, if you do let them get by, then I'm not sure why you would. I don't know. I just feel like you won't. You won't. I feel like the next chapter is ready to open up. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? I feel like this is about making a dream come true. And I feel like you have the ability to make this dream come true, but your guides are there with you to help guide you. I mean, that's what the sun really is about. I'm helping to illuminate your steps. I'm trying to illuminate the way for you. And that's why all this old energy, that 5 of Pentacles usually means something happened outside of my control. But I don't have the luxury of just, laying in bed and doing nothing about it. I have to keep moving. And therefore you do. But I feel like, even though it could have been difficult, I feel like in a way, I'm having a hard time saying this, but I'm kind of glad because I feel like it's moving you now into what feels like a blessed path. I literally feel like many of us in 2023 have been dealing with difficult energy, especially as it relates to finances, but even more than that. And I feel like there's something in the planets that I feel like are changing. We just had the full moon in Virgo and Pisces energy. And maybe that's what's helping to change what I feel like are finances, but also clarity. Like I feel like things are just going to get better and better and better. But we also, again, what I think about, I bring about. So this next chapter, the sun's connected to it, a reason to celebrate. And I feel like the communication is coming towards you. It's almost like someone's bringing you an opportunity. And I do feel like you're saying yes. And it feels like the opportunity, whatever it may be, feels abundant. Now, abundant in money, abundant in love, or just let's just say abundant for your life. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I just feel like I just want to go on and on and on, but I know that I can't. I know that I can't. Okay. Oh, what did I just do? Chesna, I want to look. See if you wrote your question yet. Oh, it was 217, Kim. I should have listened to one more. I did the two before that. I listened to the two before that to try to find your message. But I didn't listen to on the 17th. So that's probably where it's at. Berber, I love my readings, Sandy. Thank you so much. I love your readings. And you as a person, thank you so much. Berber, thank you. Vicky, I don't see a question with your donation. Oh, there you are. Okay, make sure it's the right person. Question regarding your dog, Raven. Are you in Baltimore? Okay. So I'm answering Vicky. She needs surgery. Will I be able to get the finances for it? All right. So, Vicky, your dog needs surgery. Trying to see if you gave me the dog's name, Raven. So Raven needs surgery, and you want to know if you're going to get the finances, if there's going to be a way that this surgery can happen. The first thing I'm feeling is I feel like there's, and I could be wrong, but I feel like there's organizations that can help you with that wherever you live. And I'm just going to put that out there because that's what popped in my mind. And when it pops in my mind, I feel like it's my guides putting it there. When I just have a random thought like that, I know. I love that I see the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I hope it makes its way out. Look at that. Oh, different ace. Look at that. The aces have turned. So the Ace of Swords. The Five of Swords. The Three of Cups. The Nine of Swords. I get all that. Judgment. I like that. I feel like it's showing all your worry over Raven. But I love the Judgment came out at the same time. We have the Hermit. We have the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Chariot. The Hermit's illuminating the Ten of Swords, which is kind of strange. I almost feel like Raven's got, I don't know if he's got, I feel like there's something, like, I don't know if it's cancer or I feel like there's something that, because I feel like Raven's probably in some pain. I feel like, it's interesting because I feel like there is some type of organization around you. Because I feel like this Ace of Swords is about you reaching out. Because I feel like you can find help. And I feel like your guides are going to help guide you. It's interesting. But I do feel that. I feel like they're going to help guide you to, I mean, this is old fashioned, but I'm seeing the yellow pages and I'm looking through the yellow pages and like the right organization pops up. Let's take one on both sides, the Hangman and then the Page of Wands. So I do feel like there's help out there. And I do feel like that is maybe the route that you have to take, because I don't feel like you have it. Like I don't have it myself. But I do feel like you need to communicate that. You know, I don't know if you've asked family, but I have a feeling if you did, maybe they said no. Um, but then again, I don't even feel like it's family. I feel like it's outside of that. And I keep getting like an organization, you know, like I would start under like dog rescue, and maybe even asking like those who rescue dogs, like, do they know of any organizations? Because I feel like there's a way here. Let's take one more of that. Look at that, the world. Okay. So, you know, it's not as easy as I would hope it would be, but I do feel like, again, there's an organization out there. And I feel like that's what your spiritual team wants you to know. Um, you know, I don't feel like there's anything easy about this, but I do feel that, let's just put it this way. I feel like I'm feeling Raven feeling new again, if that makes sense. And I'm hoping that means on this plane, which, you know, I feel like our guides will let us know if it wasn't. Um, I feel like I've got to I understand all the worry, but I got to take that worry and I got to turn that into being proactive, finding that organization, because I know they exist. Now, I personally don't know they exist. Like, I wish I could just tell you who it is, but I feel like your guides are saying that there is, like, there that you can find it. Let's just take one more. Two swords. Okay. But you have, but I feel like you have to do the work. It's asked, like, you're the one who has to reach out to find it. Um, and I just feel like, you know, start with like looking, like, can I just find this organization? Okay, so I don't know. I feel like if I find groups that rescue dogs, like I feel like they can help lead me. And I feel like you need to look like within your own area though. Because I feel like they can help lead you, but I do feel like you are the one who needs to reach out and make these telephone calls. And maybe it's only one call. You know, maybe I join a chat, and in the chat I'm like explaining my situation, and I feel like someone's going to help guide you to an organization that's going to help, if not pay for the whole surgery. Okay, that's the best I can do on that one, my dear. But I do feel like I do feel like you'll find it. Otherwise, I don't think it would be brought up. My prayers are with you and Raven. Um, all right, Chestnut. Hi, can you tell me if I'm on the right path for healing and career? This is for Chestnut Daily. Can you tell me if I'm on the right path for healing and career? Well, that sounds like a job for the Tarot Dreams Death card. All right, I feel like I got to pick that back up and shuffle it in, which I don't normally do, but something was telling me pick it back up. Eight of Swords. The Lovers, head over heart decision. Yet the Eight of Swords is right before the Lovers. Five of Wands. Ten of Cups. How interesting. Because we have difficult, beautiful, difficult, beautiful. With the Sun, the Nine of Swords. So that Eight of Swords turned into the Nine of Swords. Again, that Eight of Swords is a self-created prison. And maybe you've cleared that energy, but because the Nine of Swords is now here, I feel like maybe you didn't. Queen of Cups. Two of Cups. Under the Ten of Cups. Hello. I'll take it. The Knight of Swords, and then the Four of Swords. Okay. That makes me feel good that the Four of Swords came out with these swords. So, your question is if you're on the right path. Well, first of all, you have the Ten of Cups with the soulmate energy right below it, connected over here. But let's see what's on the other side of that. The self-created prison, but the Sun's illuminating that for you. The Sun's also illuminating, though, the Two of Cups. So that's good. So it could talk about a potential soulmate. But here's the thing. I feel like you'd have dealt with energy that was difficult. And I feel like how you dealt with it was kind of like turning myself against turning my back against the world type of thing. I felt like you dealt with a lot of drama. And I'm hoping this is old energy. And if it's not old energy, it can be, because I feel like that's what the Sun is representing. Like it's showing you like any self-created prisons. And so let's talk about that for a second, because the self-created prison doesn't mean I'm blocking my life from, maybe I'm afraid of love, and therefore it's like, I'm not ready for love. But man, if you are ready for love, holy cow. And maybe that's exactly what it's saying. Like, you've got to look at that self-created prison. You've got to free yourself, free your thoughts. That's where it lies. It's within your thought system. And not only that, it also is telling me that you may have the tendency to make decisions through that overthinking type of energy. So you need to trust your intuition is really what you need to do. So I do feel like there was a period of time where you kind of turned your back to the world, and listen, if you did that, it's because you felt like you needed to do that, but you don't want to get stuck in that energy. You know what I mean? Like you need to free yourself so that what wants to come can come into your life. What's new can find you, that type of thing. But man, I feel like if I can do that, and then the Four of Swords is representing healing. And by the way, I feel like you are a healer yourself. Um, and I feel like your voice is very healing. And it can even be the sound of your voice. Like I feel like there's something within you where you're a natural healer. It doesn't mean you do it for a living. Now, if you do, listen, it's probably part of what you do. Even if I don't mean to be like, I'm not in a job where I'm a healer, but I naturally help to heal people, just my energy alone. It's interesting because now I feel like saying, now, doctor, heal thyself, right? I can heal others, but now just heal thyself. There's not a lot that you have to worry about. And that's really what the nine signifies. Like this worry is unnecessary. Now, if you're worried about love, I feel like you've got to allow yourself to be free. You've got to say to the universe, I'm open to what it is you want to bring. Like, what's next for me? And don't forget, like the seeds that we plant today will be our harvest in the fall. And if I stay in the Eight of Swords, I'm not really planting seeds. King of Wands. So I was just looking at this Knight of Swords, which is potential communication coming your way. And I just wanted to see, well, from who? Well, we have the King of Wands. So potentially this is someone who is coming into your life. Just follow that. Look at that with the Palace of Cups. You already have the soulmate, and you already have the Ten of Cups. Now you have the Palace of Cups. So I feel like whatever you fear, like, don't allow your fear to block anything. You know, your question is, am I on the right path? And here I am going in a completely different direction. The answer is yes, you're always on the right path. I feel like we're always on the right path. It's just that sometimes, like, our spirit guides need to recalculate because we took a left instead of a right. But that's okay. You know, it's still going to lead you to the Ten of Cups, to the Palace of Cups with a soulmate energy, but I have to allow it. I have to allow it. I've got to let go of this, what I call my wall of fear, and instead trust that whatever comes towards me, if my energy is clear or my mind is clear, that if something is not good for you, again, it's going to let you know. Like, you'll know, your intuition's going to like sing loud and clear. You just have to trust that intuition. That's all. But man, I feel like everything is moving towards really harmonious type energy. Um, and I just want to say, if you're not in love, then I feel like love is coming. And I feel like if you're in love, hmm, I don't know. Because I kind of don't feel like you are. But whether you are or you aren't, I feel like what this is talking about is the ability of what's opening up for you. And I feel like the one thing you want to do is, like, you know, don't let your thoughts of worry stop you from anything that enters into your life. Instead, trust your intuition, because I feel like you're heading to a very, you know, first of all, Ten of Cups, house of harmony, laughter, love, joy. Doesn't mean there's no issues in that house. It just means that everybody in that house works together. I don't feel like that's what you've always had, but I feel like that's what's coming. Okay, I'm going to let that be, but that's what I wanted to come out for you. You know, this is like, I don't know, the third or fourth time we've seen that Eight of Swords. And this is not a year to have that Eight of Swords. This is a year to set yourself free. This is a year to understand that we really, especially in our finances, we have the ability, or, you know, if we trust in divine guidance, let's say, that it'll lead us into, as long as we are willing to put the work behind it. Like, I feel like a lot of us are going to look back at the end of this year and be like, wow, this was a great year. Now, can I say that about 2023? I can't. I don't feel like it was a great year for everyone. Some it was, but this year I feel like it's going to be better. All right. I hope that helped, my dear. Okay. Oh, hi, Jen. That's my daughter, Jenny Love Tarot. Um, it's funny, my name's still attached because when my channel got hacked, I I jumped on her channel. She allowed me. And it's up to her, but she also has her own channel, so she's more than willing to answer any questions, I would think. But I'll leave that up to her. Kim, I want to answer your question. First of all, I'm so happy of the circumstances. All right. Will there be any movement in our connection over I thought you said next 30 years. I was going to be like, Kim, over the next 30 days, based on information he got from his guides. He is in another relationship. Should I step back with new situation? All right, let me reread that one more time. Berber, you're welcome. I think I already said that, but you get it again. All right, Kim, will there be any movement in our connection over the next 30 days based on the information he got from his guides? He is in another relationship. Should I step back with new situation? Just make sure you didn't add anything to that. Oh, look at that, Kim. Vicky called 211. Wow. I didn't even think of that. Interesting. Maybe the chat, Vicky, was this chat that was going to help you. Wow. Okay. So thank you for sharing that, Kim. All right. So, Kim, will there be any movement in our connection over the next 30 days based on the information he got from his guides? He's in another relationship. Should you step back? I think, no, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think what deck I used for you before. I don't think it was the Cozy Witch, but I feel called to it. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to give it a couple good shuffles though. This is for Kim. Kim N. Give it a couple good shuffles. And Jen, if you feel like taking any questions, she'll take questions for donations if she wants. I'm assuming, I don't know. Maybe she just wants to be with us all. All right, Kim. Kim, also let me know if you find your old reading. All right, with 2 Pentacles, well, there's your question. Should I or shouldn't I? Page of Pentacles. Hello, Knight of Pentacles, my favorite knight. First of all Pentacles. Good luck charm. Not the good luck charm. Good luck charm. The High Priestess. The 5 of Pentacles. The King of Wands. The Ace of Swords. Okay. Let me grab a drink real quick. I feel like I need to really get into this. First of all, would I be too bold to say that I feel like this person may think you are their good luck charm? I feel like I feel like they look at you with adoring eyes. And I want to, I guess the main thing we're looking for is, well, I'm looking for a couple different things. Um, I have a feeling that whether you're supposed to be with this person or not, I do feel like the relationship they're in, I don't feel like that relationship is going to last. Now, I don't mean it's going to end right away. Maybe though, maybe. Because I feel like there's more conversation between the two of you. Now, what I do feel though, Kim, is if you know, like, this is what I feel like. I feel like if he doesn't, if he's not certain that he wants to end that relationship, then I feel like that's your answer. Now, it's not that I'm telling you to say to him, like, you either end a relationship or you don't get me. I feel like this has to be natural. Like, naturally, I want to be with you. But it is showing real life at the same time. Though I do worry it may not be fast moving. Ace of Wands. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Let's take one more. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, wow. First of all, the Knight of Pentacles is here. And the Knight of Pentacles promises you that I'm going to bring you in a pentacle. And this pentacle is truly meant to expand your world. And bam, here is the ace that the Knight promises. Now, the Knight is a slow moving Knight, but it moves with purpose. You know, it comes at the right time, not before, not after. And that may signify, you know, if one is ending a relationship, then I would say yes, consider it. But I feel like if that relationship, you know, if he's not clear about wanting to end one to be with you, then I feel like, listen, first of all, I feel like this is not about, you know, yes, that could hurt. That will hurt, I'm sure. But I feel like because your guardian angel's out and this Ace of Pentacles is meant for you, then in a way, I want to say you don't really need to worry because I feel like it will show. But I feel like he has passion for you. But I guess the best way to answer this question, and I hate to put it in another person's control because I want to control my own life. And maybe that's why I'm feeling like, you know, like I'm either going to make a decision to end. Now, I know there's a lot going on beyond that, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, if he's not being very clear about you are the one, no matter what's going on, then that just may be your answer. Now, if he's pretty clear to you that you are the one, you know what I mean? What I'm saying? Like, either you are or you aren't. Like, I am or I'm not. Am I your person? Am I not your person? But I do feel like there is the Emperor. I do feel like there is, oh, look at that, the Chariot. So I feel like the potential is pretty good. But dang this other relationship. You know what I mean? Like, why is always something in the way? Um, but I feel like that's your answer. I feel like if this, you know, if they're willing, you know, if they look at you and be like, okay, it's you I want to be in a relationship with, and then they take action, I feel like then you want to follow that. You don't have to, but you know, you'll probably would enjoy it. And then I feel like if it's not the case, then there is someone else on your path. You know what I mean? Like we always feel like it's either this person or no one. And then we meet someone else and we're like, oh wow, who are you? Hello. And I kind of feel that for you. Like I feel like if it works out, great. But if it doesn't work out, I still feel like you have nothing to worry about. I still feel like the right person will come into your life. And I feel like your guardian angel is like part of this energy. So that makes me feel safe. Like I feel safe about just letting go of the control of it. I do feel like a conversation, like put your cards on the table and see what his cards are. And then take it from there. But, like as a friend, I would say if you're not getting back what you feel you should be getting back, then take that as your answer. And don't think that, well, damn it, then this is it. Because this is not it. It's just not. And I feel like if it is, like if you two do come together, I do feel like you have great potential. But I just get this feeling like I don't want you waiting and wondering and waiting and wondering. And like, I don't want you to live like that. Like, I want you to live with clarity. So I need, like, this is you speaking. Like, I need you to be very clear with me. I do feel like there's passion. No denying that. But will it happen in the next 30 days? Well, I can't really say. Can I? You have 3 aces on the board. So I'm just going to say there's a potential, but this is what I really feel. Like if I don't get an answer within 30 days, then I've gotten my answer. But I feel like really what your guides want you to know is, it's like you're protected whether or not something happens. And, if it doesn't happen, well, be open to what will be new. And if it does happen, then I feel like, and if it does happen, I do feel like it'll happen in the 30 days. All of a sudden, I feel that because I feel like you're going to know your answer within the next 30 days. Now, it's kind of putting the ball in his court in a way. That's just what I'm getting. All right. All right. I feel like I need to take one more on that judgment. Well, there's your spiritual team. Present moment energy. About to be a rebirth. So that makes me feel good, and I felt like I needed to pull one more card right when I was about to pick them up. And your spiritual team comes out. What's it say? All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I would just say, because it's weird because I feel like I can't interrupt his free will. But I feel like, if things could be like as easy as I want them to be, then I feel like the two of you would be. But it really is going to signify, I feel like, I feel like your guides are saying, but he does need to be free and clear. Which to me means ending a relationship. Why? Because you're worth it. And if for some reason he doesn't end that relationship, then someone else is going to think you're worth it. And that's what your guides want you to know. Okay. I'm going to pick that up. It's a little bit of a mixed bag here. It's a little bit of blessings, but it's a little bit of real life. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of it lies on his side, though ultimately it really doesn't. It just seems that way. Okay. All right, who did I just do? Let me go back up in the comments. Okay, I'm just looking at making sure I got everyone who did PayPal. Um, I know I got to move quicker. Okay. I feel like I'm missing someone who made a donation on PayPal. Um, but I'll find you. But Jasmine, I'm going to do Jasmine. Hi, what messages from Spirit do I need to know about Ashley, my son's after school program teacher? I feel she picks on my son. Could be wrong too. Okay. But mother's instinct. Mother's instinct. Um, what do I want to use? Universal Tarot. I tell you what deck I'm using. Just in case you come into another live and there's a particular deck, maybe I didn't use it for you, and I'm really talking to the room. But you saw me using it on someone else, and you're like, "Oh, I like that deck." You can certainly ask for me to use a certain deck. Otherwise, I just use my intuition. All right. Jasmine. Jasmine. All right. So teacher's name is Ashley. So really what we want to know about Ashley, my son's after school program teacher. I feel she picks on my son. Okay. So Ashley, is she purposely picking on her son, or what's going on? Wow, I feel like there's your cards. All right, let's see what we got. Got the Ace of Wands, the Five of Cups, Six of Cups, the Tower, Seven of Wands, the Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, which I feel is Ashley at work, and then the Magician. And I just want to look at that Tower. We have the Emperor. I feel like Ashley runs a tight ship. The weird word for me to say, but that's what I feel. I feel like I run a tight ship. And I feel like this is what I'm picking up. Like, I don't feel like Ashley picks directly on your son. like on purpose. Because I feel like, for some reason, I feel like, boy, I run a tight ship. Now, I don't know if there's a camera that you can watch, like, when you drop them off, like if you can watch, but I get this feeling that when any of the kids, really anyone probably in her life, like steps out of bounds, so to speak, even if they don't know it, I do feel like she's a little rough. I do feel like she's a little rough. I do feel like she's loving at the same time. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like she's a loving heart. Um, but I also feel like it's interesting because it's like she's got her back to the kids. Like, here's these kids, and her back is to them. Interesting. Why? The devil. Interesting. It's like, it's okay. I'm feeling so many different things. First of all, I feel like I run a tight ship, and I do feel like I'm someone who, like if someone steps out of bounds, like, it's almost like I put them in timeout immediately. I don't think about it, I just do it. I put them in timeout. It's almost like I don't want to be bothered with, like childish problems, but here I am taking care of children at the same time. I don't feel like she loves her job. I do feel like she loves children, but I don't feel like she loves what she does. And, I don't feel like I don't feel like I do feel like she picks on your son, but I don't feel like it's just your son. And when I say picks on your son, what I really mean is I feel like I use my authority stronger than, like maybe I could be a little bit more nurturing, and instead I'm very like to the book type of energy. It's almost like you play my game the way I want to play it, or we don't play at all type of energy. I'm gonna take one right over here. Hmm. I just feel, first of all, I feel like it's your mother's instinct. And I do feel like, in a way, it's like if there's anyone who is not behaving, let's say, then I feel, like I want to be careful how I say this because I feel like saying I get aggressive, but I don't mean I get aggressive as in like I would hit a child. I don't mean that. But I feel like, I feel like she's got her favorites. Um, I feel like I need to ask you a question and ask you, how does your son feel there? I don't know how old your son is, if like, he could tell you that. Um, I just feel like she runs a very tight ship, and that's just the way it is. Um, and again, I feel like she does love children, but I feel like in a way, like I have my back to them at the same time. Like anyone who doesn't play my game or do what I say the way I say it, I feel like, like I want to say like time out immediately. Almost like I don't give someone an opportunity to express themselves first. So I guess the question I have to ask is, or the question maybe you should ask is, how does your son feel there? Now, I don't know if he's old enough to let you know that. And I don't know if there's an opportunity for you to like to watch. You know, like a lot of places, there are a lot of even people who like babysit from home have cameras now. So I don't know if there's a way for you to watch. And if there is a way for you to watch, then I would watch. And maybe there is, and maybe that's why you feel that. Um, but here's what I really feel. I feel like if you feel unsatisfied, then you may think about finding someone else, especially if your son is feeling that way. So I just don't feel like like if I'm Ashley, I'm someone's going to go up and like hug children. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. Um, I may not show a lot of like loving type emotions. I'm more of a to the book type of person. And I feel like, as children go, well, that's kind of difficult. You know what I mean? Because listen, I don't know how to play your game because I haven't lived, I've only been on this earth for so long. So I feel like you need to just, if your son's not old enough to really let you know, trust your instinct. Um, Because again, I don't think it's just your son, but in the same breath, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the happiest place on earth. Six of Swords, look at that. So potentially you may be changing. Like Ashley may be moving on out, or you're moving Ashley on out. I just feel like there's something doesn't feel right to me. And I don't mean it in a way where I feel like, like Ashley's hitting children or doing anything. But I feel like I just feel like I don't know. I don't feel like she's like a really truly loving person. Um, and doesn't I mean, as a mother, that's what you want, right? You want someone who's going to, you know, really care about your child. But I feel like, if a kid cries or something like that, like time out. But I do feel like eventually you may make the decision to move your son somewhere else. But I'm trying to be very careful because, like, I don't want you just to take your son out of there unless you feel it's right. Okay. But that's what I'm feeling. All right. Let's let that be. I have a feeling there's a lot of mothers in the group who would say that also, like, how are you, first of all, I don't know how old your son is. I don't know if he can, like, give you an idea. Let me see if you wrote anything. Um, oh, you're welcome, Vicky. All right, Catherine. Catherine, I was going to try to say your last name, but will I be moving soon? Do you see a state I will end up in? That's kind of a hard question to answer because the state would be your free will. But let's just see. Let's see what we get. So this is for Catherine. Catherine. I'm using the Psychic Tarot. Give it a few good shuffles. We have the Magician. Hello, fulfillment of wishes. Wow. 9 of Cups. Memories of love. Okay, that's giving me a clue. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Where'd you go? Okay, I will be moving soon. Do you see a state? I'll end it, but okay. I feel like that's what the Ace of Pentacles is representing for you. Here's what I feel like. It's interesting because I said I don't think I could pick out a state, but I feel like memories of love is signifying it potentially you may be going back to a place that you once lived before. And if that's the case, it'd be somewhere that you have happy memories of, very happy memories of. Now, if this is not about going back to a place, then it is showing me that ultimately you end up in, you end up somewhere where I feel like it feels very good. It feels, like, a lot of people don't think location can affect us, and I feel the opposite. I know just from leaving Rhode Island, coming to Pennsylvania, like I make half the money doing the exact same work that I do now in Pennsylvania. And I do feel like it's the location. But with that being said, I feel like you're ultimately going to end up in the perfect place. And I love that you have the Ace of Pentacles that is mirroring the Magician. My dear, you have the ability to really manifest quite, I don't know why you're moving, but let me just say that it feels like the right thing. Like everything feels right about this move. And potentially, again, you may be moving back to a place that you once lived. Again, it would be somewhere you'd have happy memories of. Um, or if that's not the case, well, let's go underneath it. But if that's not the case, it's just telling me that you're, wherever you land, it just feels right. And not only does it feel right, but it feels like abundant. We have Deception and Envy. That's a weird card to come out right now. Whoa. We have Financial and Material Changes. And then look at this. The 9 of Pentacles. Material Harvest. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. Here's you moving to your new place and loving it. Now, I'm not saying everything is easy peasy, but it will be. Like, it'll get to that point, once you start settling into the new energy. Not only do I feel like you're going to be happier, but I feel like your abundance really starts moving. Like I feel like the fruits of your labor, you'll see very quickly. I don't know if you're moving for a job, but I do feel like if that's the case, it just feels like the right thing. But I feel like if it's not because of a job, I feel like you're still are going to find the perfect job. And then, the 7 of Swords. Well, first let's fill out this block. All right. Well, there's your movement. Look at that. Movement, choices, and decisions. But I want to look at this 7. Okay. So I feel like you're moving away from the 7 of Swords energy. And lo and behold, it seems like it's changing your whole life. It just feels like, first of all, inner harmony. What more could we ask for? Inner harmony. And not just inner harmony, but material harvest. financial and material changes, but then it goes right into the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you are totally on the right path as it relates to making this move. And I feel like, man, your life is just going to feel different. Like you're going to feel fulfilled. So I guess as a state relates, we could look at that memories of love as a place that you've already been. But again, that would be somewhere that you would have happy memories of. Now, maybe you just visited, maybe you went vacationed. I vacationed there and I fell in love with the place. But I don't want you to put a whole lot of worry behind that, because I just feel like you're gonna move to the right place and it's gonna be abundant for you. And not just abundance, but again, inner harmony. And I feel like, man, it just feels like a different life. Let's just take one right over. All right. So look at that, the Four of Pentacles, which usually is about a home. So, I guess I have to say that chances are that it may be somewhere that you have been before. But then again, I kind of want to leave that out, because I don't want to put an influence on what you do next, because I feel like you're already on the right path. And, if you question about was it the right thing to make a move? The answer is yes, 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 yes. Yes. Your finances increase, your fulfillment increases, prosperity is just boom. You're sitting nice and pretty. And whatever this Seven of Swords, gone. Okay. I'm going to leave that be. Okay, guys, I don't have a whole lot more time that I can be on here. So I would say stop doing donations, because I can't promise everyone. Sam's making stuffed pork chops for dinner, and I have to oh, Justin, I was just reading your message. Oh, that's good. All right, Colleen. Recently you told me I do have a soulmate, not a twin flame. That's great. Do you see us reconnecting? Will either of us reach out? Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces and Scorpio, lots of water. I probably said that last time. I'm going to bring out the Cozy Witch for you, Colleen. I feel like cutting them. Okay, I'm going to take them. The Sun. Justice. Six of Wands. That's the energy of victory. Strength. Interesting, you have two Leo cards anchoring your reading. You have the Ruler of Leo, and then the Strength card. Nine of Pentacles. I like that. Under the Sun. The Hierophant. The Eight of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. Okay. First and foremost, I have to look at the strength card. It's interesting what it says here. It takes great strength to be soft. I like that. But that really is about our own inner demons, finding balance within ourselves. Sometimes it can relate to something that, needs to be overcome. If I want to live, I don't know if a good life is the right word. But the sun is on the other side of that, illuminating that. And I feel like there's a little there's definitely some uncertainty. But I do love that the Hierophant and the sun is both here as it relates to love. And the Eight of Wands, again, what I think about, I bring about, but it's also fast moving energy, and it's under the energy of being victorious. I want to go right across Judgment, the Patient Witch, and then the King of Cups. Well, there you go. So, your spiritual team, Judgment. It is calling you to the present moment, but sometimes that means I've got to let the past go also. I want to be free and clear because it is about a rebirth, right? And it's interesting because the Patient Witch, I feel like, well, that's what you've been. You've been patient. And then the King Cups would certainly represent the water sign that you're interested in. But I feel like, it's all like in its due time. But I love the Judgment as part of this. So, maybe this is something you've been waiting for. Feels like it's the king that has to overcome something. I want to take one right in the middle. The Five of Wands. The Five of Cups. How interesting. And then the Two of Pentacles. It's almost like I have to miss you. It's like when I miss you, I want you. I also feel, it's interesting because I feel like this king is in a decision mode, but it's interesting because I feel like you're also in a decision mode, but it's a little different. Like, I feel like you have a little uncertainty with yours, and I feel like the king is like thinking of like logically, like how would this be? Um, And I do feel like, whether it's like you in particular that this person is missing, or I'm just missing having love in my life. Though I do feel like at one time there was drama. So maybe that is something that this king needed to clear up, because I don't want drama in your life. Like, I don't want someone else to bring their drama and then you have to deal with it. And neither would your spiritual team, by the way. So I do feel like there's an opportunity. I feel like right now the king is kind of in a question mode. Um, but then what are you going to do? So let's follow that too, real quick. Oh, look at that. The 10 of Cups. So from the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups in divine timing, right? You needed to be patient. I feel like you have been patient. Though at the same time, I do feel like ultimately in time, and I do feel like it's in the right time, I do feel like you end up together. And I still feel soulmate energy, by the way. I want you to know that. I love the sun is also with your spiritual team. And I feel like one of the things I want to say to you is, like the more that you can feel independent within yourself, the better your life is. The better your life is. So think about that for yourself. And this is for yourself. The less worry you have regarding love, but regarding life. So I do feel like right now, kind of in that question mode type of energy. But I feel like, again, in due time, even though judgment's out, so it's calling you to the present moment. So it could be sooner versus later. Maybe the patience is what you've been doing, right? I know you've been patient. Um, and listen, let's not, here's the one thing I want to say. We're asking about a particular person, yes. But when your spiritual team comes out, I feel like what they want to remind you of is, let's say for whatever reason this didn't work out, it doesn't mean that you can't still have the 10 of cups, because this is here for you. This is here for you. So just know that, okay? Because I worry that sometimes, like if I tell people, oh yeah, you're going to come together, but we can't control another person's free will, and then something happens and it doesn't come together, and then you're crushed. So that's why I feel like your spiritual team comes out and says, like there is a good chance here. But if for whatever reason it doesn't work out, I still feel like the 10 of cups is for you. But it does kind of feel like it's with the king. I mean, here is the king. And I feel like, the energy of like missing someone. It's such a tune because there's a little bird on the window. It's almost like tweet, tweet, like speaking in his ear. And that could be his own spirit guides helping to guide him, maybe directly to you. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I'm trying to do as many as I can before I have to get off of here. HTTPS PLN. I was just reading Jasmine's question or answers. Okay, so PLN, messages from your angels, please. And I'm going to ask people, don't donate anymore because I have to get off here very soon. So, and people get very angry when they make a donation, which I don't blame you, and then you don't get a question answered. I wasn't even planning on going live today. I was going to do a reading, and then I thought, well, it's sleep day. I should go live. Like, how often? I don't even know. Was it every 4 years? I don't even know. All right. Anyways, PLN, messages from your spirit guides, for your angels, your angels. Your angels. And by the way, for some reason, I feel like I also got to pull you a Mother Mary card. So we're going to do that. But first, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. You have the Four of Pentacles, Foundation and Achievements. I'm sorry, that's the Four of Wands. What am I thinking? They, the colors are different in this deck. You have accelerated motion, 4 to the 8, recognition and reward. Hello. Choose wisely. It feels like you're being celebrated for something you've done. You're being rewarded. This is a very humbling type energy, but it's also about your uniqueness and celebrating your uniqueness. I feel like other people celebrating your uniqueness. I feel like you have a little self-doubt about something, maybe an ability. Um, I don't feel like you should or you need to, but I do feel a little bit of that. And it doesn't feel major, just enough where, I needed to say something about it. But I feel like, it's I'm feeling this in everyone's readings where it feels like energy is lifting. Could be an opportunity coming your way also. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Well, I'll take that. Prosperity begins. Almost made it off the table. Temptation. It's like I found the light. I found the light. Transformation. One door closes, another door opens. And let's just try to fill out this block. Whoa, okay. Let's take what's face up. The star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Interesting. So there may be something that is coming to an end, like a cycle that's coming to an end in your life. But I feel like it's meant to. Now, it doesn't have to be anything major. But I feel like, and then this new door opens and it just feels like it's of your dreams because the star is mirroring the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. I'll take it all day long. And then hello, victory and success that is met with the sun, the light. And then firm foundation. I don't know when this came out, but we're going to take it. And then I feel like I got to pull one Mother Mary card for you. Something told me to pull Mother Mary for you. So as I'm shuffling, I just want to talk about this for a second. I feel like you've been doesn't even really feel current to me, but I feel like there may have been some lower type energy that you were connected to. And I feel like things are changing, and I feel like they're changing because I feel like you must want this change. But I also feel that, again, there is a door that's closing. I feel like there's an opportunity that's coming your way. And I feel like everything feels great about this opportunity. Everything feels great about this opportunity. Now, this opportunity could be a promotion, a job offer. It can be many different things. But I feel like you yourself, you deserve this recognition. And it's like I get that recognition, that door closes, and then that opens up a new door. It's almost like a promotion. Children. Maybe you work with children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me. I don't know, but maybe, like I had this feeling I had to pull Mother Mary card and then children comes out. So I'll let you figure that. Well, I mean, you probably already know what that would mean. But I feel like, it just feels like you're taking a step up and it just feels right. It feels like well earned. And, so it closes a chapter, but a new chapter opens and it just gets better and better and better. That's what I feel. I feel like, and I do feel like you came from a difficult place. And now I feel like, and I could be talking years, like years ago, because I feel like you are someone who, it's like I put pride behind what I do and other people recognizing that. And then a step up because of that. So I feel like, get ready. And, I'm seeing March. So it could be as soon as March. I love when the sun comes out in any reading because, the sun is really to make you feel good. Victory. Ace of Pentacles. Recognition and reward. And then your hopes, your dreams, your wishes mirrored by that Ace of Pentacles. All great energy. I feel like where I was and where I'm going, it is steps up. Right here, I feel like it's a step, but I feel like from where I was, like I am so far further than where I was. And it's not over. Like I feel like there's still growth, there's still potential, there's still new things to discover. And you're the person for it. Like celebrate yourself first and foremost. But I feel like then you're also being celebrated. You're being celebrated above, but also on this earthly plane. Just like anything, I feel like the Seven of Cups, just like anything that comes our way, I feel like the majority of the time we have a say so, whether we're going to say yes or no to it. But I feel like I don't even know why you would say no. All right, I'm going to let that be. And I always hate ending my readings because I don't want to make anybody mad. But I can't make my boyfriend mad either. Oh, good. I'm just reading HTTP's comments. Yeah, I'm live all the time. Thank you, GR, for expressing that. I'm live all the time. All right, Anna. I'm going to do Anna. You need help choosing between two men. I'm just seeing if you put any more comments. All right, so I'm going to do Anna, and then I got to go, guys. I do. I mean, Sam literally is making stuffed pork chops, and that is not easy, especially the way he cooks. Oh, this is your first super on a live chat. Congratulations, Anna. It says it right below that. Let's celebrate their first super on a live chat. All right, Anna, you need help choosing between two men. Two men. I'm going to use a cosmic tarot. Haven't used it yet. Give it a shuffle. I do want to give a shout out to my daughter. I think she left. Jenny Love Tarot. She also goes live quite often. She's been doing it I think every morning with her coffee now. So, and she reads, well, I think she reads better than me. So I'm only saying that because there's another avenue for you guys. All right. But for Anna, two men. Two swords, there you are. That's you trying to figure it out. I feel like first and foremost, this is saying be very honest with yourself. Don't wear any blindfolds regarding either or. You know what I mean? Like have your eyes wide open. But that would represent your exact question. We have the world. But who's going to be in that next chapter with you? We have the Six of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands. Six of Wands talks about victorious energy. Often feel in the Six of Wands that I don't really feel it here, but often I feel like someone's got a platform and other people are really paying attention to you. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo. Anna, eyes wide open. Why? Because your intuition will guide you. You know, I feel like this is saying that you are an old soul. So you need to trust. And when I say an old soul, that means you've lived the life path of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now you're really here to reflect and learn like the ultimate lessons. We have the Ace of Swords. We have Judgment. Judgment's looking right back at that Ace of Swords. And then we have the Prince of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is who's in communication with you and who's not. Who, or let me put it a different way. Let's say you're in communication with both. I feel like the answer is within the type of communication that you have. Does that make sense? I mean, you can't answer me right now, but I do feel that like the answer is within who I communicate and who communicates with me in a very balanced type way, by the way. And I feel like one of them is more of a spiritual type person, and the other is maybe more of like of this earth, you know? It almost feels like I don't know if there's a right or a wrong, but I feel like for you, we have the Four of Cups, kind of like you do have to make a decision, and then Seven of Pentacles. Interesting, because the Four of Cups, you're being offered a cup in the Four of Cups, and the message of that card is to use your spiritual discernment relating to that cup. You know, it is your spiritual discernment that really can tell. I do feel like, you know, this may just put more fuel on the fire, but I do feel like one of them is, and this is probably, I feel like there's probably one that's a little bit more spiritual. I'm saying a little bit more spiritual, maybe a lot more spiritual. Doesn't mean like I say that I'm a spiritual person, but it's just my actions, it's my energy. And I also feel like it's the way someone communicates. I feel like that's a clue for you. Now, does it mean that one is wrong, one is right? No, it's really your choice. But I do feel like one of them is like your soul's desire. But let's say you decide to go the other one. You know, does that mean, oh, I just screwed up my whole life? No. You know, your guides just recalculate. But I do feel like that is your clue. That is your clue. Like, because this is really about you using your own spiritual discernment. It's like your spiritual team is telling me that. Like, she needs to, first of all, have her eyes wide open. Like, don't hide any truths from yourself. You know, and listen, I even get this feeling like maybe one's better looking than the other, but maybe the one is not as good looking as this one, but this one is much more spiritual and emotionally available and has easy communicate, like we easily communicate, where this one maybe is better looking, but the communication kind of is not as great. You know what I mean? I feel like there's your answer. But ultimately, I don't feel like there's a right or a wrong, but I feel like I feel like the line of communication is a big clue for you. Okay, I'm gonna pick that up. No blindfolds, be honest, like see everybody for who they are, and then I feel like you're just gonna know. You know, they're gonna I feel like the right one will, well, I just feel like they're going to want you. So, oh, Dawn, I just happened to catch your comment. Hi, Sandy. If you see Jenny, you know, that's YouTube. It doesn't let people get these notifications, but you do have to have that bell on. After you subscribe, there's like that little bell. You have to have all notifications on. Otherwise, because I know a lot of people miss like my posts that I'm going live, and there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I mean? Like I send it to every platform that I'm going to go live, except for today I didn't. Um, So make sure your bells like that it's all on all notifications. And other than that, YouTube is just like I don't know. I know I gotta stop putting YouTube down because it has given me great opportunity, but I feel like it's changing. Um Similar Crumb. I think I'm saying your name so wrong. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have a question with that. But I feel like with that kind of donation, if you do, I'm going to stick around and answer it. I want to thank you. But then I do have to go. I already know Sam's going to be mad at me. And if I missed your question in this reading, I mean, I'm just, I'm learning that I just love going live with you guys. And I'm doing it more and more often. So, like, I'm trying to do it like 3 times a week. So if I miss you in one, I'll get you in another. Um, but similar crumb. I just want to make sure that you don't have a question because that's quite the donation. Anna, they're both great, but so different. Maybe that's why I was feeling like there's no right and there's no wrong. Hi, gay. I can't say your whole name. New to the children channel. Welcome. Unfortunately, I'm getting ready to get off. But I don't even know what today is. What is today? Thursday? I think it's Thursday. I'll probably be back on Saturday around 2, Eastern Standard Time, by the way. And then I've been trying to do night ones also for those who live like outside the country. I'm in the Northwest, or not in the Northwest. I'm in the Northeast of the United States. So Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so I'm not seeing a question from similar crumb, which I'm probably saying it wrong. Okay, well, similar. If I don't get you this time, if that, first of all, thank you. I mean, how generous of you. Thank you, thank you. And if you had a question with that, I'll keep your name on my mind, and I will hopefully catch you in the next one. And the same with all of you. I apologize if I couldn't get your question today. I really do try. um, It's crazy because on this side, it's like it is a little chaotic for me. Though I am getting better and better at it. I feel like I'm answering him faster, kind of. Gr. I said about ripping off the band-aid. It just means having like I just said in I forget whose reading it was, like keeping your eyes wide open. You know, it's just like being completely honest with oneself about everything in your life. All right, guys, I really got to go. I thank you. I love you. And I think today is Thursday. If that is the case, hopefully I'll see you guys Saturday at around 2ish, probably 2. But I usually try to come on like a half an hour before just to make sure everything's working okay. I thank you for being here. I always hate leaving you. I do. I hate leaving you. I always feel bad, like, I want to answer every question, but it's just impossible. And it's crazy how fast the time goes. I can't believe it's 6 o'clock already. I already know Sam's going to be like, our dinner is cold. So, anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. I thank you. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on Saturday. If not, I'll just see you next time at our table. Love you guys. Bye bye. Have a great uh, rest of your day or evening.